Listen, I have been called everything from douchebag to narcissist to loser to self-centered to jackass, you name it. This is the first time I've been told that I am the worst, and I am the worst thing that has happened to health and fitness. Hey there, Coach Devin here. It is not often I respond to comments I get, either negative or positive, on a video, because for the most part, people talk is cheap and people love to text things. But this one I think is funny and ridiculous enough that I actually want to make a video on it, because this person, I don't know them. I don't know them. He just commented on the video. Called me out so aggressively. I thought it may be worth pointing out some of the mistakes that they had to say, because it is literally so ridiculous. So I'm going to read it out to you first. This person commented on a video I made about men and women in training, and I said in the video that really men and women have the same muscles. You can train similarly, very similar manner, which is lift weights, push, pull, all that stuff. Because we're not different species. We're the same species, have all the same muscles. Obviously, there are some little things that you're going to change between women and men depending on what their goals are. But, for the most part, it is pretty similar type training. You don't have to overhaul. There isn't, women-centric exercises and men-centric exercises, because the muscles are the same. Maybe you may make some changes on the major stuff, but on the little things rather, but in the reality, the major stuff needs to stay the same, right? Anyway, this person, I'm going to read it out to you right now. They said, "You are everything that is wrong with the fitness industry and everything that responsible and health and fitness professionals are working so hard to change. But sadly, you've been given an unregulated platform, so there is no one to monitor what you put out." Sounds like social media in general. "Making women train like men is what has been happening for years. Telling them they can just take a man's programming and expect the same results is incorrect and irresponsible. Women need to be treated as such. Their cycles need to be taken into account, as well as a change in expectation of performance. Even caloric needs is vastly different than that of a man. Please stop with your 90s cookie cutter bullshit. Evolve, please. The industry needs to change, and it needs to start with stopping crap like this being regurgitated over and over again on social media." All right. That's pretty aggressive, right? So I thought I would take that point by point and refute and point out what is wrong with what JJ, this is the person's name, not my daughter, by the way, has to say. Number one, everything is wrong with the health and fitness industry. Okay, I don't know if I am everything that's wrong with the health and fitness industry, but I really don't even know. I've been sadly given an unregulated platform. That is called freedom of speech and social media. I don't know who's going to regulate it. You? Come on, dude. Or whoever you are, male or female. You're going to regulate this and tell us what is right and wrong and what's allowed to be. It's called freedom of speech. It is what I've done this for 28 years, by the way, so I know a little bit about health and fitness. Making women train like a man is what's been happening for years. That's actually not true. Not the case at all. Telling them they can take a man's program and expect the same results. Well, no, a woman's not going to get the same results because they don't have testosterone. They can get the same results in form of muscle building. Yeah, they're going to get that. But taking a program that is pretty much the same for a man and a woman, both of them are going to get results from that. They have to take into account their cycle. I've been training women for 28 years, and I can tell you they can work out on their period or not on their period. It really doesn't change a ton. I don't know why we need to take into when they have their cycle. Women can work out. Women cannot not work out on their cycle. That to me has to be the dumbest thing. That doesn't even make any sense. I don't even know why you would bring that up as a thing. Like I'm a little confused what the cycle has to do with anything. But okay. Doesn't make sense, but scientifically anyway. I mean, women work out on their cycle all the time. Women do amazing things on their cycle. I mean, it's not like you're going to say, okay, woman, you're going to run a marathon. Oh, you're having your period. You can't run anymore. No more running for you. That doesn't make sense. It's just not the way it works. I'm sorry. I don't know. As well as a change in expectation and performance, even caloric needs are vastly different than a man's. Caloric needs are based around what you're doing, and your caloric needs are based around your body weight, There's a number of things that go into it, but caloric needs for men and women, again, we're not different species. The caloric needs for a woman, the caloric needs for a man are different, but but they're basically the same at the same time. Women need basically the same amount of protein percentage-wise that men do. Women need to eat the right number of calories. They want to lose weight, they will do it in exactly the same manner a man would. You are in a caloric negative, right? You eat fewer calories than you expend, you're going to lose weight. Men and women are exactly the same in that. I don't know how this person said thinks the caloric needs for men and women are going to be vastly different. They're really not. That's not real. That's not science. I love how people like they shoot off and they're like, "How dare you say all these things? I'm going to make a whole bunch of rants about it." And, when really what they're saying is, I don't know, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Please stop with this 90 cookie cutter bullshit. Okay, so give you an idea. I've been around since the 90s. I've been a trainer in the 90s. I don't know how old you are, but in the 90s, women were told a lot of, do cardio all the time, do lots of cardio, don't lift weights, you're going to get big and bulky. That wasn't real. Never was real. Yeah, the 90s had some bad things and bad ideas for women's training and men's training too. In general, the science has gotten a lot better. But I would say that what I'm prescribing is definitely not 90s cookie cutter bullshit, because what was said in the 90s was a lot of, women should do a lot of cardio, hours and hours of cardio, and not do any weights because they're going to get big and bulky. I certainly wasn't saying that. I was saying you should lift weights. So a little confused how that has anything to do with the 90s. The industry needs to change and stop having crap like this being regurgitated over and over again on social media. The reason, JJ, that things like this is being regurgitated over and over again on social media, because it's true. Okay, but people like you think that it isn't true, and therefore you attack and rant and rave and get angry. But in reality, that's the science. Men and women are not different species. They're going to train very similarly in a lot of ways. There's going to be some tweaks with it, which is what I said in the video. But it doesn't mean that, they have to be totally different. Like, taking into account their cycle, no. Expectation and performance, well, yeah, you're not going to make a woman lift as much weight as a man, but some women I know are stronger than men. I don't know what the expectation and performance would be for a woman. Women can do pretty much anything a man can do, within reason in the gym. And average people, they're pretty similar. Women actually have much higher pain tolerance than men. So a little confused what that has to do. The caloric negative things are ridiculous. You know what? This is what's funny about this to me anyway, is you're telling me I'm everything that's wrong with health and fitness, but then you're spouting a bunch of stuff. It really doesn't make any sense. If I'm everything that's wrong with health and fitness right now, and how dare you have an unregulated platform? Here, the first thing is, if you're the person that's going to regulate the platform, you don't know what you're talking about. That's a problem. And second off, it's a freedom of speech thing. And third, I actually know what I'm talking about. I don't know. Like I don't know. I thought I should make a video on it because it was the first time I've been told that I was everything that was wrong with health and fitness. I've never heard that one. I've been called a lot of things in my life, and some of them probably are fair and reasonable. But I've never been told I'm everything that's wrong in the health and fitness industry. Yeah. Anyway, I don't even know what to say. This is the kind of stuff. It's funny to me in a lot of ways when people do this, because they're saying, how dare you have an opinion, but then they're giving their own opinion on social media. Like she or he, I don't know who it is complaining about the fact that, there's an unregulated platform, and how dare I not be regulated and allowed to say these things, while they're spouting a bunch of stuff that isn't real, doesn't have any scientific basis to it. Obviously, they don't know what they're talking about. But they're also spouting it on the same platform. Like, that's called being a hypocrite. I think that's the best way to do it, is say that I am everything that's wrong with health and fitness, and I shouldn't be allowed to say these things, but then saying a bunch of things that are also untrue on the same platform. Interesting thought. Anyway, that's my response for JJ. Listen, it's the first most creative or the newest insult I've had lately. I've been called all kinds of things on social media by people who, don't like what I have to say. Lots of times that happens. People, they get angry. I've been called everything from, I have been called everything from douchebag to narcissist to loser to self-centered to jackass, you name it. This is the first time I've been told that I am the worst, and I am the worst thing that has happened to health and fitness. I'm everything that's wrong with health and fitness. It's awesome. Never been told that one before. That is the first time for me. So that's why I thought I'd make a video on it, because you know what? You don't often get to be told that you're everything that's wrong with your industry. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on that one. I think that if you want to have something to say about something, you probably should maybe know what you're talking about first, just as a thought. Hope everybody's having a great day out there. If you have comments, questions, things you want me to talk about, or you would like to call me a different name, because like I said, I have been called douchebag, loser, stupid, arrogant, narcissist, but this is the first time I've ever been told that I am everything that's wrong with health and fitness. But if you have a more creative one, fire it out there. I'd love to hear it. Have yourself a great day, everybody. Definitely be awesome.